Squadron. I missed y'all. It's been a long time. All right, so right now we're going to talk about some of that analog digital stuff. And we got a little bit of display case, audible listening display case, line and direct. The MPC, I've been taking a deep analytical approach to this box and just analyzing all of the stuff, from the 2.6 update and just the way that it works as a whole, just in general. And I'm becoming very, very pleased with the stuff that they put in there, and it's also I'm very pleased to see that people are improvising with the box, because that's what I do with things. I like try to scrape the pan out of it, and I'm glad that there are like-minded people and that we influence each other to be the best that we can with the gear that we have, and procure all of the workarounds and the hacks and the workarounds of the shortcomings, so to speak on that. All right, so let's get into this. So digital audio, I say, is thin, and a lot of people these days would want to agree. And then we want to talk about the loudness wars and stuff like that. Well, music's supposed to be dynamic, so let's listen to. We'll play back the WAV file, the digital, and then we will play back the same WAV file, but it was ran through this. But I coded the samples with different settings on here. We'll get into that in a sec. So let's do that real fast. Set this up. Alright, so let's bring back the same thing, but coded, like I said, through the TPS. We're going to talk about mediums and sound and stuff. Like, this is a topic, it's touchy, everything's touchy. A to D converters. Do you need a word clock? Do you need this? All this cosmetic boutique stuff, it gets really touchy in all aspects. But, we have to always remember that music itself, and then this type of stuff, like the knobs and all this stuff, this is a art form. When you embrace these tools, you have to use it as a corrective measure, but you also have to use it in a way that is artistically used. Okay, now let's play back this one. Hear the weight to it. You hear the weight to that? There's so much more weight to that. I'll play the other one back. I have to turn it up because that shit was extremely loud. But it's cranked up, as you see. This shit it's thin. That's that digital. All right. The pianos and everything doesn't jump out as much. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So the Akai sound quality is very high quality, 24-bit. That's just clean to the clean. But it is digital in nature. You have to understand that it is digital in nature. It still has that thin digital feel to it. And we have plugins, and it's like soft hardware plugins and shit. You got to understand that too. but it's digital. It's algorithms. It's zeros and ones. It's not physical mediums. It's not this type of stuff. Now I'm not saying, oh, this is the be all end all, but no. See, what I am going to say is that I'm into my tools. Did I use the EQ? Did I use this compressor or anything? No, I did not. This has been X out of the equation. All I did was I ran these what I would call sample or stems, the hi-hat stem, the snare drum, the kick drum, the pianos, and yatum shata, and the strings and stuff. I ran it through this thing right here, but I put different settings on when I did that, which goes back to the other topic that I want to get into about the Akai MPC. It is like a production console. You have to view it as a production console. Think about the 100K console in the studio. It has what, 48 something channels on it. Okay, well on the MPC you can create as many channels as you want. Drum tracks, or the programs, and then the tracks and numbers and whatever. You can pretty much create a lot of stuff. All right, so that's the production console. When you think about the analog console, what's coming through the different tracks on there? There's tracking. There's the kick drum. There's the snare drum. There's the there might be some percussion bus. There's the vocals. There's this, there's that. There's all that on these tracks. They push the faders up and all that. You're doing the same thing on the MPC Live. And anytime you're even in a DAW, but the DAW is the virtual console. It just doesn't take up space. It doesn't cost 100K, and it also does not sound that good because it is being emulated by a microchip, ones and zeros. The MPC is a brilliant box. I love it. But how you can emulate that big console sound is, my suggestion and my solution to that, to add more punch and more depth and more what I would want to say, more density to the element of sound itself. I ran my stuff through the TPS2. Now it's like, it's like running different multiple instances of the TPS2, because what I did was I ran the hi-hats through the limit, I believe, because it kind of keeps them nice and cool, you know what I mean, and airy like they should be. I put the bass drum in the bass setting. This thing has different like flavors on it, but I can use this as a color box to add weight and density and stuff. And I'm gonna wrap this tape up. We're gonna talk about this in a second. A little special treat. You can listen to the song, to the lyrics to the song that was just played, the beat, instrumental. I hope you enjoy that. I'll catch you on a flip. We'll talk more about analog and digital, how I'll make your sound more thick, dense, and more punchy and jump out the speakers. I might not be Andy Wallace, I might not be Mixed Buzz TV and all these heavy hitters. The Punisher, that's my man, Mixed Buzz TV. He got the hustle, he got the muscle. Alright? So I might not be these guys, but I know that if they were to sit down and listen maybe to this tape or excerpt, they would not disagree with what I'm saying. And everything has to be correct in the mix. You can't fix anything in the mix. Like every element must be treated, with care when you are making your composition. As far as production, you don't want to overproduce. You're using too much compression. A lot of us are guilty of that. I try to stay away from that. But like I said, I want to wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed the song at the end. A little taste test. Stuff's been getting worked on. I've been absent. I'm busy. I already told you that. I'll catch you on the flip.
Run up on you in your door like it's parkour. Y'all gon' make Mario mop this hard floor. Fuck all the cameras, tell the landlord I'll show you hardcore if you want war. Run up on you in your door like it's parkour. Y'all gon' make Mario mop these hard floors. Since you can't see me, you probably DT me. You cannot defeat me, y'all watch me like TV. Look at me crazy, the fuck is he thinking? I'll do that ass in by the hand or the ink pen. Fresh off my bicycle, cold as a icicle. Blood, it just might trickle, passions in my issues, I don't